I was sent a script with a note from Tony Scott saying, I think you'd be great for this part. So automatically I went, yes, I'm doing it, even before I read it. And then I read it and went, wow, okay. I mean, it made me giggle. I mean, it really made me giggle. It was the kind of script that it's violent and sexy and dark and funny and could be really offensive, but just made me think that's so cool. Well, I mean, it's based on a real woman, Domino Harvey. This is not a biopic, and I haven't done a direct characterisation of Domino Harvey. I kind of thought unless you were doing a completely truthful account of her life, actually it wasn't completely appropriate. And Tony Scott said to me right at the beginning, do what you want, this is your character, do what you want. So I didn't. I mean, I didn't. She was always there on set, which was really lovely, and I spoke to her a couple of times before we started, and actually went up and said, listen, is there anything that you want me to put in, or is there anything you want me to leave out? And she said, no, do what you want. And I thought that was one of the most amazing things that anyone could say, is take my name and do whatever you want with it. So I wanted to make my character into somebody who could potentially say that. So she was a complete inspiration for my character, but I didn't get to know her that well because I was really frightened of getting completely confused. I think that everybody has that. I think that everybody wants to change their life. Everybody does. We all dream of being other people. One of the reasons that I'm an actress is because I get to play other people all the time, and that's fantastic. Very few people actually do it, actually change, and I found it fascinating, the woman that has the courage to do that, to turn her back on everything that in today's society we think we want or we're told we want, and to do something totally different. I thought that was fascinating. So I guess that's what really interested me. As far as images that people might have of me, I have no control over it, so I tend to think that whatever, it doesn't bother me. I only had 4 days off in between finishing Pride and Prejudice and going on to this, which was slightly stupid because they're two polar opposites of films and polar opposites of characters, so it was kind of quite difficult to get my head out of one and into the other. I had, towards the end of Pride and Prejudice, had Tony Scott phoning up all the time trying to get me to talk about Domino, and I just couldn't get my head into it. So on a day off, I walked into a hairdresser and had all my hair cut off, just so that I could look in the mirror and not see Elizabeth Bennet and actually see something else. And actually that worked. So that was the biggest thing to get my head into Domino, was to cut my hair off. A little bit drastic, but it worked. But as far as preparation, I had, in my 4 days, I did a very fast bounty hunter training school, so just to learn, what they were, what they did, what the rules were, and learning how to fire guns and use nunchucks, and I learned how to lap dance and riding an electric bull and things like that. It was all very bizarre, but so I learned all that.